This is Staff of Home again! What? No! Staff of Homeless 2.0. It happened again, chat. The gacha system in Arknights Endfield specifically is definitely one that has the community very polarized. Now, for me personally, I think the gacha system, from what I understand so far, is decent. As in, you can navigate it. There's some pros to it. There's some clear cons to it, like maintaining the 50-50 system. Why is that still a thing? Well, go figure. What else is bad about it? I guess pity not carrying over towards guarantees still. Like, we don't know why that's a thing. But again, it encourages some level of you stay your hand, and when it comes to, you know, pattern recognition and RNG flair, I know this is like advanced level of RNGing that I have applied to myself, and sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't, is more risky, because if you feel like this is a lucky day, everything's going my way today, I'm gonna throw a 10, there's a good chance it'll turn gold, like it did so many times for me. You're penalized more if you fail. There's more risk to behaving in that particular way when it comes to this gacha system, but ultimately it's still in the voodoo territory. It's like kind of crazy in terms of logic. Like, logically speaking, like the best way to navigate it is simply you hold as much to 120 and then you pull, and ultimately this can be easily balanced through how the devs are gonna make power creep be in the game. Like, if you don't need all the characters and you can easily now, kind of like Genshin Impact, if you remember, you just get the power unit, the rest is just skippables as you wait for the next power unit. So we have the OG M-Tashed himself complaining about the gacha system. Now, M-Tashed has been around the block when it comes to gachas. Right? I would love to hear more about what he has to say, because I think you can navigate it, but then again, he is the free-to-play god. He's known as a free-to-play god because the amount of earlies he gets and stuff like that is insane. But let's see what he has to say. I'm curious. And today, I heard, spoiler alert, I heard he lost 7 50-50s. Let that sink in. I don't think that's a reflection of how poor Arknights Endfield's gacha system is in terms of the, you know, different approach they've actually went about their gacha system. I think it just speaks volumes on how atrociously bad the 50-50 coin toss system is.
I want to talk about the gacha system of Arknights Endfield, because before the game launched, I think there was a lot of drama saying that it was good or bad or greedy or whatever, and there was a lot of people defending it and attacking it, and I didn't say anything. But I just experienced it, and this is one of the worst feeling gacha systems I have ever experienced so far.
It's a big claim. I think for me, it's bad because of the lack of rewards the devs give, which speaks volumes more about the dev practices than the math behind the gacha system. Because I remember being in St. Tontas's chat, and there was this misunderstanding. I feel like those are two separate things. Kind of correlates, of course they do, but I feel like as in, when you ask me, what do you think about the gacha system? I'm going to look at the math of the gacha system and not take into consideration what the devs are giving us for freebies. But in the math of the gacha system, it's decent. Like, it's okay. Could be better, could be worse. It's like in the middle. It's not good, though. It's fine. Kind of like Wuwa. I would say Wuwa is also fine. It's not a good system. It's fine. Like, at the moment you find a strategy to navigate it, it's fine. Could be better, could be worse, but it's fine. And I feel like this is where I land currently when it comes to the gacha system. And what makes it bad for me is the lack of freebies and reroll capabilities that the lack of freebies is not allowing me to, because I can't easily reroll my account. Well, technically I can, but I need to play hours every time, which means I have to reroll an account per day. I don't know about you, but that sounds like that's a lot of time. I'm supposed to have fun out here.
The fact that you can lose multiple 50-50s, which I did on both the limited banner and on the weapon banner, it feels terrible. But not only that, working
all 50-50s feel terrible.
The way towards the 120 pity, getting a different potential 6-star, but I got her. And so now I'm back up to 80 pity. Instead of getting another loss on the banner and getting another 6-star, and then 5 pulls later, or 10, or whatever it was, getting her, and being honestly happy, I got cucked once again. I had the worst possible luck, and I want to show that in the video. But
what is he talking about? Well, see, here's the thing with gacha games. Some gacha games treat you wonderful. I think Genshin treated him wonderfully. The rest of the gachas, not so much.
There are so many pain points here where you can lose the 50-50 and feel bad. You can lose the 50-50 again and feel bad. You can lose the 50-50 4 times in a row to the same stupid weapon, and that feels bad.
I guess he's speaking from experience, huh? I did 7 rerolls, and oh boy, they sucked. See, here's the thing with rerolls. if you don't get it your way, like as long as you didn't finish and you got the account you want, and you got the luck you wanted to start with, yeah, they're pretty painful. Yeah, you're gonna have to keep. Hey, man, I don't know if I want to do this, but I think re-rolling is fine. If I can skip the tutorials and not do the factory shit, I might. But again, re-rolling is hard because you want this particular standard character with the early in the limited. Makes them very hard to obtain. Like my Wuwa one, it took me like 2-3 days, and in the end, I gave up. Only a friend gave me an account that they had golden. I was like, nah, I'm not feeling Wuwa, and they dropped the game. Just let me their account. They always suck. Yeah, it's if you don't get the final result you want, they just typically suck.
You can work your way all the way to 120 pity.
Yeah.
And instead of getting that extra 6-star by losing the 50-50 again, you finally hit the banner character at 119 pulls, and that feels bad.
Yeah, it does.
I think that this is one of the worst feeling systems, even if it isn't a quote-unquote greedy system. If mathematically it isn't as bad as some other game,
yes,
I don't really care. Because in other games, I've never went 120 pulls to get a character and get screwed all the way along the way. And the feeling...
No offense towards MTash here, but I think he's having a little bit of recency bias / it just happens to happen in Arknights Endfield. I don't know if this ever happened to you, but I remember, I think it was Hutao. I was in Hutao and Genshin. I reached the 50-50. I lost. I started pushing. I decided to build pity. So I gave up. Like I had Diluc. I was fine. Like I was like, but I wouldn't mind getting her too because people are saying she's the best character ever, which she was at the time. And I was pulling to build pity to get Chinchu. Because she had Chinchu, and Chinchu is very important. Like, you kind of want constellations and shit for him. Also, kind of started developing a gambling addiction. I just wanted to pull and shit. And long and behold, I got an early. And I got Hutao. Now, technically, I got screwed over on the next character. Like, you can get screwed over by building pity, by pulling and getting earlies in certain situations. It's like, why didn't you give me this early when I was going for the 50-50? Like, I was okay with going all the way to 50-50. Why couldn't you get me an early there? Also, why did I lose my 50-50 there and now I lost my guarantees? Like, there's so many whys. And again, like, both systems fall into the same thing, which is like they're gacha garbage. Like, it's just bad. It is not worth it here since the head start isn't, because 5 stars and 4 stars characters are so good, and the game isn't out until February 12th. I'm not sure. The thing is with rerolls and stuff is players want to make sure they have a very strong, solid start, which if they do, it rewards them later in the midterm of the game. Like around 3, 4, 5 months down the line, it really helps you. It really helps, especially when it comes to resource management.
Of my heart dropping when I get failure after failure after failure, back to back, weapon after weapon after weapon, character after character. It almost crushed my want to play this game. And
I think it's his lack of luck in this particular game. That's what I think is happening. I don't think the gacha system is as bad as he's starting to paint, but let's continue.
Put in a lot of time. I've been trying to really enjoy it. Yeah, I copied some factories, but like that makes me enjoy the game more, is copying these factories. But I've explored this world.
By the way, could someone give me a good factory I can copy? It's like, I'm like, fuck, like my shit is clogged all the time.
I've built factories in all the different areas. I've gone to them. I'm into the new region now, and I'm exploring the new region. I've been leveling up my characters. He's at level 60. He's at level 60. I think I might even have the materials, right there. Boom, I can take him up now and ascend him and start getting more passives. I've invested in these characters.
I still haven't seen this menu, by the way. This is the first time I'm seeing it.
I put in a lot of time. I'm trying to really enjoy this game, and the gacha system has made me feel punished all the way along the way. I didn't do anything wrong. I think I've been overall lucky with the amount of 6 stars I've gotten, but because I've lost on the banner so many times, it feels bad. If I look at how many I
feel like he's blaming the 50-50 system more than anything else. And if we're gonna talk about the 50-50 system, well, we're gonna have to include Wuwa and Hoyo games in this bitch too.
Gotten. It's not necessarily the issue, and I've got, Ember, and I've got these 2 guys, and I ended up even getting last right, and I've got the new character.
Hey, MTash, if you want to give up on Arknights Endfield, I'd gladly take your account.
Like, I've got lots of units to play with, and even before I got them, I was dominating with this physical team. This physical team is crazy. I'm making builds, I'm having a good time, like, I want to make guides and all these things, but man, I have to talk.
This guy's really cool.
In the room. This gacha system it's buns. It is buns. I logged off last night
What he's trying to say is ass, but buns is actually pretty cool.
so upset, so dejected, because I didn't do
He would have gotten the character early if they had the other system. What do you mean by that? Wait, is there something we're not understanding? Because here's the thing. He said he lost the 50-50. He started going to 120, and that's when an early happened. That's what I understood. So unless my understanding was off. You understand when he shows the pulls later? Okay.
do anything wrong. I'm not playing worse than other people. I'm not causing drama. I didn't do anything wrong. But some people get lucky and some people don't. And
Yeah.
I think I just can't really accept that. I can't get used to that. It's such an interesting situation. I like building the characters and
Shit. Now this goes beyond Gacha, man. We all like to be the MC. When it comes to our own story, we like to feel like we're the MC. Like we have certain advantages that other people don't. Or shit goes my way, right? Or I'm the lucky one, right? Maybe he's leaning too hard on that particular sentiment we people have. I think that's kind of what's happening here because you're in a luck-based, RNG, priority-based games in terms of progression and rewards specifically. You could ignore it, but it comes in terms of mindset and how much you lean towards wanting the best RNG stuff. So you can ignore it and you still enjoy the game, which some players do. But if you understand that a lot of advantage comes from the gacha system, and if you are lucky in the gacha system, you are well rewarded in terms of how long the game goes, the more, especially you're rewarded mid-term, like I said earlier, it plays a massive part. Like for me personally, I start to enjoy gacha at the start when I know my account is solid enough. Like I have all these cool shits, great, let me enjoy it. That's when I fully commit to the gacha. Other than that, gotta have to keep re-rolling and all that cool stuff.
doing all these teams, but gacha systems, they just make these games worse. And
Of course.
you know the other
Well, when your gacha screws you over, yes, of course.
other thing too is I think that I need to loop this in with it is with a gacha system that also pertains to leveling up the characters and leveling up the things. No one, I don't think, in the world wants to go and get these mushrooms to ascend. No one wants to like have to go back and grab some mushrooms to level up a character. It's boring. It
It's called picking mint.
doesn't feel good. If I could just adventure and level up my characters almost like a Final Fantasy game or something else, I think it would just be a better game. If I could just find an improved legendary or 5-star, 6-star weapon and it's just better and I don't have to go do another dungeon to level it up and I don't know. I feel like these systems are just time gating and in every way make the game.
But you don't understand, Mtasht. You see, the game is just not for you, my dear Mtasht. I'm sorry to report. Maybe go and play the Final Fantasy. Okay, go away. Why take your argument and maybe try and implement it when all the player base is gonna be more rewarded for it? No, we don't want to hear it. Because now it means I have to look critically at the game that I currently enjoy. You're gonna remove the magic I currently have for the game. And God forbid I allow you to do that. No way. You and your opinion. Get the fuck out of this game, you tourist. And go back to whatever Final Fantasy is. For this game is for the architects. Like myself. Not me, but the character. But anyway.
If the game could have been a 10 out of 10, a masterpiece, an incredible game, I think that the second you make it a gacha game, it's instantly a 7 out of 10.
Okay, so if we're complaining about gacha games, yeah, it's kind of how they go about doing these shits. I don't understand why they like to time gate and restrict stuff this much, but I think this is just a result of them copying the big dog Genshin Impact. We all know it. They just, they copy Genshin. This is a result of that because Genshin happens to be #1. So that when Genshin players, which is the majority of the players currently in the gacha space, come and try Arknights Endfield, they're like, oh, well, this is like Genshin Impact. I recognize this. And when people feel like they already recognize things, they feel like they're slightly ahead. Like they're rewarded for their player expertise from different games. It's good, but it comes at a certain cost. Copied the blueprint, kind of. Familiarity is a plus. There we go. Thank you. I couldn't have put it better, Dank. Thank you very much, man. Familiarity is a plus. It helps players a lot when they play a brand new title. It helps them a lot.
And then if there's any other things that you don't like in the game, like it's dropping to a 6.5, a 6, there's nothing you can do to convince me otherwise because there's so many systems in here that just makes the game a worse experience for everybody. I'm gonna keep playing.
I think blueprints, I thought the whole point was them countering mint picking, but if he complained about the mushroom, either he doesn't know or we can't put it in the factory and for it to be crafted. I think the game is gonna evolve. Don't forget that because more patches come, player feedback. I think eventually, you know how Withering Waves have the Ascension Planner, where you can see everything the character needs, right? And you go and you find those. Arknights Endfield could take that a step further, where the Ascension Planner, your factory, like you get a blueprint that is for that one character, and your factory starts working on getting you resources for that one character you're planning to ascend with the Ascension Planner. I would not be surprised if that becomes a reality, which would make the factory system amazing. And I think this is why I'm all for the factory system, because it does remove a bad layer of gacha games, which, like Dank earlier said, that is present due to player familiarity that is required to be in the game, because, again, Genshin Impact is the big dog. A lot of gacha players... What the fuck was that? My apologies. I thought it was the game. It was like someone just talked from the game. That scared the fuck out of me. And it's like, due to them wanting to have some familiarity for players that are going to come from Genshin Impact, the majority of the gacha players currently in the space, well, we're going to have to suffer from that. And the thing with mushrooms is that you can grow them, but it's not the factory, but on your ship. There's a whole side process for that. Okay, that's not so bad. The factory only makes gears. It doesn't help you ascend characters. I'm saying in the future. So here's the thing. You guys are basing too hard on the fact that this is what it's always gonna be. No. Was WoWa always this way? No. A lot of things sucked in WoWa, but they got revised and got a little better. And I think Arknights Endfield might be the same, if not better. I'm optimistic. I think they can really, really do a lot. And I think this system that I just, for example, just threw, just out there, Hyperglyph, if you could just use it, I'd really appreciate it for one. I think would be great. It creates a certain level of automation and it counters a problem. You're technically selling the solution to a problem that exists for the sake of familiarity, but it's at least there and you can do it for free. You're not technically buying it. You just set it up and boom.
I'm going to keep making some guides. I'm starting to do some really good damage, and I've got some tips for doing more damage.
I bet you do. If I have 6 stars, I assume you do good damage.
And I want to get that video out and maybe some other tips, but I feel deflated today. I feel deflated. I feel like part of me...
This is what happens when gacha doesn't go your way. So technically, this is not necessarily a complaint towards the Arknights Endfield system. This is a complaint about gacha as a concept. I think we have to keep that in mind, because so far, this is what I'm understanding. But I could be wrong.
Doesn't even want to log in today because I don't know. I just feel like I got screwed.
Yeah, if I get screwed as hard as you did, man, I wouldn't want to log in too. I think I wouldn't want to log in for a month or so.
Let me show you the video. Let me show you the footage. And then
here we go.
Decide for yourself if I'm crazy. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Bye. Oh, we get 1,000 of these gems too. Okay.
How'd you get it?
So maybe.
Oh, you level up.
Just maybe. We have enough to get a 10 pull here. So we got 20 pulls right now. We're 93 attempts from the guarantee. 1.
There's no way.
That's not too bad. 93 or 37? I did 37 pulls or no. 27 pulls?
You luck fuck.
It's 120 on the banner.
Do it!
27 pulls?
Ain't no way.
That's not bad at all. But I can lose the 50-50 apparently.
Man, get f***ed. What the f*** are you talking about? If you do multiple times, man, I don't give a f***, man.
That changes everything. But I can also lose the 50-50 to the next characters on the next banners apparently.
Yeah.
So there's a lot riding on this.
Wait. Is that what's gonna... Oh, okay, now I'm starting to see what the problem is. So the lack of guarantee when it comes to that is it... But wait, how did he reach 120 then? Okay, let's just continue.
The banner character.
By the way, if you need to get in early and you lose, you only need to do 40. What? Whoa. So since he got at 37, he only needs to go to 70. Is that it? That what you're telling me? Well, that's great. So early, you're really rewarded for earlies then. No one will go to 80 because of soft pity at 65. Oh, so soft pity is at 65. If you get it at 65, basically the guarantee is at 105. Did I get that right? But fuck it, because of the weapon banner. Here's the thing. I think this is the type of play, like it depends on the type of player you are. Like for me, if I can get away with a good weapon from like a 4-star option, like a free-to-play option, I'll use that because it allows me to save for the next characters. But I am a maximum free-to-play plus. Like I get the monthly passes if I really enjoy the game, but I lean more towards a free-to-play experience. This is my way of adapting because of the type of player I am. But for someone that can't spend, yeah, that is gonna be a problem for you, obviously. Like if you're free to play, there's not much. It's a bit of a non-issue is we don't even look at weapon banners usually, but for players that do spend and do get an early finally, yeah, you are penalized for that. Because like you gotta spend directly into the goddamn weapon banner. Directly. Like you need to spend money. But if you just have like pulls, yeah, you can't spend those on the weapon banner, which is annoying. Like all these resources, in my opinion, is what makes this so annoying. I lost my 50-50 at 70, didn't reach 80, very small possibility. Okay, so if you lost your 50-50 at 70, your guarantee now is at 110. That's what you're saying? It's like at the moment you get a 6-star, the guarantee is in the next 40 pulls. Is that true? Are we sure about that? I don't think I've read that somewhere. I'll lose at 70. You still need to do 50 to reach the token. Okay, so I guess kind of no. When you lose the 50-50, the banner will automatically show 40. So we have, you know what? We'll see it right now. I think he'll go back to the banner and we'll see it. I hope he does.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Yeah, I wanna know who's it gonna be.
Because he had 90 in it.
Who's popping onto the crates? 50-50?
It could be like one of the future characters too. That's not so bad.
That is the cringiest thing I could have got. That is actually the cringiest thing.
I think he's cool.
Maybe he's good. I don't know. Oh, do you know what? Maybe.
Man, get F. What the F? You deserve losing 7 50-50s, bitch. He skipped? I thought it was back-to-back, I swear to God.
It is okay. Come on now. I lost another 50-50.
I shall obey your command until the crusade.
That's crazy.
But you are going towards guarantee, though. You are still building.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I guess the point is earlies don't feel too rewarding if you get them back-to-back. But it's like, what are the odds of that? We couldn't see a speed after losing the first time. Yeah, so like we don't know. We can't confirm 1,000,000% when it comes to that particular information. Yeah, so like we don't know. Dank says I'm wrong, XD. So maybe, I don't know.
Back-to-back 50-50 losses, that is going to push people away from the game. For sure.
Who the fuck is getting back-to-back 6 stars, man? Do you know? That's like a low amount of players, dude. Who?
People
Not me.
the game for sure. Because that also could have been 2 other banner characters.
True, man. That pisses me off. See, that's the thing. If I lose my 50-50 to standard units, man, that pisses me off.
The next day,
All right, I have enough for a pull.
There's no... Bro, single pulling that shit.
All right,
Oh, no. Only 21 attempts to guarantee.
I have enough for a pull.
So he's at 110.
This is soft pity. So we can either get the character here or lose another 50-50. If we lose another 50-50, we still have the 120 pity we can work towards. Optimally, I think I would like to lose the 50-50 here because we're so close to getting the 120 full pulls on the banner. Like, I almost want to miss and get, like...
True. Yeah, you want to lose here. That's the best. Yeah, you want to lose. He's going to get her. He's going to get her. That's good.
50. What is that, 3? 3 of them on one banner?
He's going to get her.
Haven't we met already?
No, I got her. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Which is fine.
You'll remember me by the sword and flame.
That's not fine.
Okay,
You
so
know
you're
it's not fine.
Cool. I'm almost sad now because...
Yes.
Oh my god, that is so cringe. I actually got punished for that. Because instead of getting some other unit...
Yeah.
And then going like a couple...
Yeah.
of getting her,
Yeah.
my pity's reset.
Yeah.
The guarantee's gone. Like, it's actually punishing it.
Okay, so an argument can be made for what he said. True. Another could be made of, well, you just saved 20 pulls. Well, I'd like to trade those 20 pulls for a 6-star, considering I just got an early, so I want to take full advantage of the luck I just struck. But sometimes you just can't. Welcome to planet Earth. Understand what happened here? So basically, he was at like 100 pulls, right? 20 pulls away from guaranteeing Leviathan, right? He got an early in 100 again. I want you to keep in mind that this bitch got 3 6-stars in 100 pulls. I want you to keep that in mind, please. What I'm trying to say is that this is a bit of a non-issue considering the amount of luck you need, and that the majority of players are probably not going to get this shit. So he got 3 6-stars. All of them lost 50-50s. The last one, well, 3 2 he loses, the third one at 100, as he is now close to the 20 where he was gonna get a 6-star anyway. He got an early, as in luck struck. To maximize the efficiency of that luck you just got here as you are trying to get here, you want to lose the 50-50. So that way, you take full advantage of the sunk cost fallacy of you've already invested this many pool to reach the 120 guarantee system so that you can take advantage of the 120 guarantee system. The fact that he got lucky here, things unfortunately got a little salty. Salt-inducing.
For that. Because instead of getting some other unit and then going like a couple more pulls and getting hurt.
You're not getting punished, you just couldn't take full advantage of the luck you just hit. There's a difference. Because here's the thing. When you go into the gacha here, it's not me defending gacha, but it's just me going with the mindset you have, and as in, you're just damaging yourself through it. Let me explain. So you're going into the gacha system. You're already planning to go all the way to 120 to get the guarantee. It would be nice if I get an early, but the fact is, the only way I can guarantee this bitch is if I go all the way to 120. If you get an early, luck struck, yes. If not, tough luck. I guess I had to go all the way. I'm not gonna like it, but that's just what I'm signing up for. That's just how it goes. And see, I feel like M-Chash is kind of, I'll be honest, the spirit of what he's saying, I think it's something we can all resonate with. This is human. This is very normal. But you kind of want to be careful because it kind of ruins the enjoyment you would otherwise would have towards the system. The fact of the matter is, you got 2 fucking earlies and the limited character in like 110 polls. That's beyond lucky, bitch. I don't know what you want me to say. That's beyond lucky. Yes, it could have been better, but this is what I feel like is when you want a little too much. See, now we're reaching too much categories. We're reaching fully optimized categories. This is like you wanting an Echo or Artifact, whatever game you play, about the gear system, where you want every fucking substat to be exactly what you want. You want crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, energy recharge, and in the stats. This is what we're talking about here. Well, you gotta be realistic. Sometimes you're gonna get crit rate, crit damage. You're gonna put that in your pipe, and you're gonna smoke it. It's like building pity and wanting to lose. Well, yeah, this encourages that for sure. If you're willing to put in 120 anyway, if you're building pity and you just want to get 6 stars along the way, you kind of want to lose. You kind of want to lose because like you want to take advantage of the guarantee system. See, what creates this problem is the fact that you want to take advantage of the guarantee system. It's called being an opportunistic. And I understand that, of course. If I see an opportunity, if I see a system I can exploit, especially in a game that's trying to exploit me, I kind of have to exploit it. But for me to exploit it, I have to pray to the gods. But I would say, considering what we have in hand, yeah, M-Chast is not really the person to bitch about this, personally. I don't think he's the man for the job.
My pity's reset.
Yeah.
The guarantee's gone. Like, it's actually punishment because I got unlucky for so long.
Bro's complaining he got 7 6-stars. Well, so far I've seen 3. And the way he got them is peak. I'll be honest, if this was me, if this was my account, I'd be dancing. That I'll give a fuck. Oh well, tough luck. You know what? We did sack twice though. A glass half full kind of guy. This situation is more about perception more than anything else.
That has got to be one of the worst feeling gacha systems I've ever experienced. I lost a 50-50.
How? Like how? I'm serious. How? Oh, well, I could have gotten a second early. And if it was like, for example, the Hoyo formula, it would have been the guarantee directly. Okay. So what you're telling me is you would have stopped, but had you continued, you would have gotten another early though. I don't know. It's so weird to me.
Multiple times, get to the end, finally get her, and cuck myself out of another 6-star. Because that's the thing, is I had a different guaranteed 6-star operator coming in just a couple of pulls. I was like, like 20 away or something like that, 50 away. So I could have had that. And then the same thing happens with the weapon system. I lose the pity multiple times.
Oh shit, here we go. The weapon, dude, Asmongold got like 3 in 1 10 pull. That was insane. That was freaking insane, man. That was crazy. He got 2. You got 2.
Wow. Oh, I didn't even.
Oof.
I didn't
That's a
get
clean
what
gun.
needed.
I need that.
No.
I'll take it.
I got 2 of this one.
Yeah. I'd be pissed off too. This should have been the banner one. Yeah, see, this one, I agree. The same one? What are the odds of that? There is so much higher. Yeah, they're 4%. You have 4% chance to hit a 6-star in weapons.
I'm out of materials. I got another 2 5-stars in a 10 pull.
6 stars, you mean? It's confusing, I know. There's no way! This is Staff of Homa again!
All the weapons, I got 3 of the same gun.
If it's the gun again, there's no way. What? No! There's no way! You're kidding me! Ain't no way, bro! This is insane!
Are you kidding me? This is impossible!
Staff of Homeless 2.0. That's the title of the video, man. It happened again, chat.
That is impossible. Someone do the math on that. That's literally impossible. It can't. That can't be. That's like me getting all of Ganyu's bow.
The next day.
How the fuck does he do that?
2 reds.
Here's a gun.
You're kidding me! I got another gun. That's my 5th gun.
There's no shot. There's no way. Was this live? Can we confirm? I'm calling Cavs. There's no shot.
I lost the pity. I lost the pity 5 times to the exact same gun. That feels so bad.
That's insane. There's no way. No.
Guaranteed weapon.
Thank you.
Went to pity on the weapon.
Thank you. Oof.
Man, that feels terrible. And like I lost 5 times. I could have got the weapon. Will you save 40 for the next character? Not.
No, it was live. Oh my god. The only thing I heard about this system, weapon pull is directly proportional to character pull luck. Oh yeah, true. It depends on what you get and like, well, for now, I think the more you expand your roster, the more characters you have, weapon banner becomes really, really good. I think in the future, weapon banner stonks are gonna go up and characters might go down, depending on how they do power creep though.
In my situation, because it could have been Yvonne, which is the next character, or one of the next characters, or it could have been Gilberta, who's one of the other characters in the future. That's terrible.
True.
I'm gonna get off now.
I don't know what to say. What do you say to that? How do you outro out of that violation? We just witnessed Gacha violation. That was like footage that should be banned from the internet. That hurt me and it didn't even happen to me. Genshin would have took you to pity and only gave you the off-banner weapon. Just saying. That was back in the day. Yeah, that was worse. That was way worse. But Genshin did learn from their mistake. Shouts out to Tectone for fixing that for us, Staff of Homa. And I guess this is Staff of Homa 2. This is now the guns. Hopefully MTash this time could save Arknights Endfield, man. In terms of, I'll be real, man. That guarantees should be in earlies too. Like if I lose my 50-50s in an early, I kind of deserve the second one to be guaranteed. But, you know, just saying. Right, that's still 80 pulls for one. He got a ton of use out of those 80 pulls. But the fact is, it was the same weapon, though. It's like, I'll be honest, if I had his account, I would just be pulling for gun characters. Because I want to take full advantage. Or you can just refine them, but I feel like it's not taking full advantage of them. If that makes any sense. Genshin system is still worse, in my opinion. I'll be honest, all of them, when it comes to weapon, specifically, all of them fail in comparison because the fact is Arknights Endfield has 4%. That's a massive change. That's like what? 4 times the odds. And when you expand it on months and hundreds of pulls, the end result will be you will get more weapons off the Arknight Endfield one than the other. That's just math. Like it's easy. Yes, you cannot see it now, but in the future, because guess what? These games you want to play them for, well, let's call it what it is, years. For example, Genshin Impact or WoWa. Yeah. Overall, as time progresses, you're rewarded for the Arknights Endfield system. So yeah, I think when it comes to this, to close it up, the gacha system, like I said, is decent. But I also think we as players have to be careful in our perception and ultimately try to be as optimistic as possible as we tackle and navigate these gacha systems. games. They're not perfect, they're not good, they're not bad. They're just these weird things that unfortunately these companies decide to make it their monetization tactic for their games. And if you want to play these games for free and take advantage of the characters and power up your account through those characters, we have to navigate them and also navigate ourselves emotionally as we deal with these emotionally triggering systems, is what I would say. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Be seeing you.